Hi, I'm Garcia-Bonaduce, and I'm one of the members that made the film intro for Mother O' Mine. And before I really get into the details of our project, I just want to give you a little bit of history on who we are, and how we came up with the idea for our project. And I've known Alessia since freshman year and Isabella since 6th grade. And we've all worked together before, and so it was really wasn't a hard decision to decide that we would be working together for our group. And when we were asked if we wanted to do a magazine or a movie intro, we obviously chose movie intro because, one, we're all avid moviegoers. It's something we do regularly, and two, we don't particularly read magazines that much, so we weren't very in tune with that project. And as soon as we decided that we wanted to do a movie intro, we struggled a lot coming up with an idea. But the base for our idea, something we knew we wanted to do, was to create a thriller. So our initial idea consisted of a guy who jumps into his pool and then surfaces in the middle of the ocean. And he doesn't know why he's there. He doesn't know. All he knows is his name, essentially. And I thought that was a really cool idea. And at first, we all kind of agreed on it, but then it proved very difficult to film in the middle of the ocean. So we scrapped it, and we kept working. We decided our next idea was to go with this Japanese myth called the Red String of Fate, which is about this red string, invisible unless you can see it, and if you can see it, it's red, tied around your pinky that connects you to your soulmate. And we filmed a love story for that, and I was already in the editing phase when we decided to change it again to a film about this family this cult-like family who who really believes that homosexuals are a sin, and they try to get rid of them. And once again, we started filming for that. I had started editing. We weren't completely finished filming, but I started editing, and we scrapped that idea too. So eventually, within the last week or week and a half, we decided we would film a movie about this girl who kills her mother. All right, Mother O' Mine. That's the final idea we landed on. And the intro was written by Alex Tolkov, Isabella's older brother, and our group, Isabella Tolkov, Aice and me, Garcia-Bonaduce. And we all Alex wrote the meat of it, but we all contributed, and he helped us find our vision. So I really need to give a huge shout out to Alex Tolkov. But Alessia, she helped direct and produce. I focused on editing and sometimes recording, and Isabella was the main actress in our film. And so our research showed that the biggest thing for the thriller genre is it engages the audience and keeps them alert. And typical conventions are a battle between the protagonist and the antagonist, a series of unfortunate events to develop suspense and tension leading up to the climax. And the protagonist's main goal is to focus and restore justice, while the antagonist seeks to destroy. And this information was taken from FilmSite, and filmsite.com, and it also stated that the primary target audience for thrillers are young adults, ages around from 17 to late 20s, and so we kind of based our movie on these conventions. On top of that, we found that a lot of the things very common in thrillers were low-key lighting, lots of shadows, and quick cuts. As far as the low-key lighting goes, we really focused on that because we thought that having an image that's dark, foreshadows dark events to come. Also, if you guys have seen the actual intro, you'll know that right off the bat we throw in the fact that this woman just killed her mother. So, talking about something dark, it makes sense that we would have a dark background and foreground, a dark image to show it. The shadows, again, ominous. It foreshadows, bad things to come, and quick cuts. Now, this is one of the things that we decided not to go with, because we really only have 2 cuts, unless you count the cut from the walk-in to dark and then the dark to confession as a cut, because we thought that having really a long drawn-out scene would be something that would keep the audience hooked, and it wouldn't only keep them hooked, but it would be more representative of, how in life it's really just one long scene. And in the confession, on her confession tape, she's an amateur, so we really don't expect the main character to know how to edit. She just films herself, then sends the tape off to the police. So we thought that it only made sense to have the confession one long scene as well. Now, one big thing in the thriller genre is the music, pardon. And we chose not to go with the music for a very interesting reason, actually. And it's because on taliferromusic.com, we were looking into how music makes or breaks a movie, which is something we all know. And this website was talking about how the music is individual to specific people, and if the people don't feel the music, if the music doesn't correspond to the actual film, it could completely throw the whole film out of balance. This is like watching a fight scene occur at the climax of the movie and hearing carousel music. It's really gonna just remind you that you're watching a movie. It's gonna take you out. It's gonna make you be like, oh, why is this happening? Like, what is the purpose of this? This was a completely wrong choice, and you're not gonna enjoy the movie. So we decided not to put movie, and instead to focus more on the sound. And this is something I perhaps was a bit too focused on when we were making the movie, but I told Isabella to speak in a lower voice and to really give it that vocal fry. Vocal fry is that, and I really thought that gave it some oomph, because it makes the main character seem more out of place. Our product really engages the audience, mainly because it just throws the plot at you right from the beginning. You turn on the intro, you turn on the movie, and it starts off with the girl saying, "I killed my mother," and she talks about why. It's a confession tape to a murder. We're telling you what's gonna happen before you even get comfortable in your chair. And we thought this was a great way, because it really, cements. We're telling the audience that you're in for a thriller and you're in for a ride. Like, this is something you're going to enjoy. And it really keeps them hooked, because now they want to know, we describe why and how she did it, but the audience still wants to know more. And that's what we delve into in our movie. As far as product distribution goes, we would initially release a teaser trailer or maybe the intro onto YouTube and have it gain momentum. We would use all our emails, personal numbers, social media, everything to get the word out. We would have people using hashtags on social media, hashtag #MotherOhMy. We would really, spread the word. And then if we wanted to make this into a full-length feature film, perhaps we would post a GoFundMe on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. And this was a great idea that we got from No Film School. And I just thought that was phenomenal to have that. Another thing that engages the distribution is, another thing that engages the audience is to really build that suspense for thriller. Writer's Digest said that we should show different perspectives, and we thought, what better perspective to show than the one of the actual villain, just like Maleficent did a couple years back, and that was a box office hit. Our production skills developed immensely. I became a better editor through After Effects, although in the end we didn't really use it that much, simply because we didn't have time. But I think one of the biggest things that helped was our teamwork and our collaboration skills, because in the beginning, we all wanted to get our ideas in, we all wanted we all wanted to prove that we were worth it, and I think we all struggled a bit too much with accepting that other ideas were worthy too. And I know I'm really at fault for that, because I really wanted my original idea to go, but I'm pleased with the final edit. So for software and hardware, we put Alessia's iPhone 7 on a selfie stick and then broke the bottom off to have the selfie stick hold the phone, and then we put that on top of a stack of books and the books on top of a stool to record Isabella, and we put it below eye level so that it would, give that low. It would be shot at a low angle to really cement the idea that, oh, this lady is evil. She's dominant, powerful. We should fear her. So that's why we put it below eye level. We stitched the movie together on iMovie, very simple software, highly recommend. But then we used After Effects to get the white balance to go low than high than normal to simulate a camera refocusing. For example, if I stand back here, the camera goes to there. But then if I get in front, it focuses on my face. And then we used an app to get the recording filter on top of the confession tape. And our product represents the mother-daughter relationship in a darker way, because we're aware that many times the mother-daughter relationship is shown as one of, love, and that's how it's supposed to be. But oftentimes, the parents don't get along with their children, and we just really wanted to show that. And we also wanted to talk about how people feel insecure, living up to expectations, especially their parents' expectations, and expectations people have of them to become their parents. And another really big thing is how teenagers, don't really know how to react to certain situations, because obviously killing a mother is not a solution to anything, and it was highly frowned upon. But in this case, that's what our main character thought she should do, and that's just goes to show how many teens, believe that they can't do it. And a couple things that I wanted to say really quickly is we chose a female character because Engadget surveyed. Engadget surveyed. A couple things I forgot to mention for distribution. And for the distribution, once we had the full feature film complete, we would distribute it through subscription services like Amazon Prime, Hulu Plus, because it's already there. It's essentially free for people who already have it because they're already paying. Anybody with a Wi-Fi connection and a tablet, computer, or mobile device can access it. And it just puts it in front of the audience. It makes it very accessible for them to have. But we would also have it available on our website. We would also have the movie available for download and purchase on our website, because that way we can essentially cut out the middleman. We can choose the price, and it can be almost instantaneous for them to view. And as far as distribution, as far as representation, we chose a female because the New York Film Academy blog found that despite comprising over half of the population, around 52%, women only make up 32% of speaking roles in film and TV. And so we thought, if women if the feminist movement is striving to show that women can be anything, we figured that the woman can be the main killer in our movie as well. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed our introduction to the movie, and I hope to see you again next year when I do my A-level CCR.